episode before Christmas, and all through the land the undead were rising, rusty blade in hand. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Immortal Empires and part 30 of my Heinrich Kemmler campaign. Of course, every 10 episodes we have an extravaganza, and this is Christmas Eve, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, an ordinary day where everyone's going on about Christmas. We're currently facing what I believe to be the remnants, or, well, the main force that Skarsnik has. I don't think he's got much left to throw at us, but this army is comparatively quite strong, despite the fact that it's, you know, mostly goblins. There's a little command group there. It's a couple of orc war bosses and a goblin big boss. They've got 4 giants. Now, giants are going to be awkward for me to deal with because I can't really deal with anything large. It's going to be a bit of a problem. Well, they've also got a orc shaman over there. He just blatted me. He blatted my... He blatted the Karen wraiths. Oh my god. The humanity. Oh, the little scythes lying broken on the ground. It's traumatic. Deeply traumatic. So we've got our main force here backed up by the skeleton spearmen. They're there to try and deal with the giants. Over on the right flank we've got the Vargheists and the Black Knights. Over on the left flank, Benedict is leading the Crypt Ghouls and the Crypt Horrors, and we've also got some Dire Wolves. And there's Rupert and Pubert. I haven't named Pubert. No. Yeah, I need to do that. I probably won't remember to do that this episode. In fact, I know I won't, because I've already recorded the episode. This is the battle, and I know I don't. But I will remember next time, maybe. Benedict, he's got a... Look at this, he's going straight for the giant. It's not a... He's down. You know what, Benedict? A sec, get up. You're fine, get up. Okay, don't know how well that's going to go. Over on the left flank, we've managed to surround a unit of squigs and some goblin wolf riders. We've got more crypt ghouls coming in behind. They have managed to completely surround them. If we can wipe these guys out, then we've got some units to flank around and help out Benedict, which is going to be useful because Benedict is getting the crap kicked out of him. He's surrounded by night goblins. They're poisoning him, and this giant is just walloping him. And goblins, but mostly him. Karen wraiths, and we've got some crypt horrors here fighting off some goblins. They do have spears, but they're not actually they're not good against large units because, well, they're just not. Goblins getting chunked up there. We've got some, what is this? Graveguard? Graveguard fighting yet more units. There's a big old blob in the centre here. Another giant, 2 giants in fact, backed up by some goblins. We've got the Vargheists in here. I think Bernard's in here as well. There's Rupert. Rupert's getting stuck in. Benedict's actually trapped. So we're going to try and free him with a little wind of death there. And hopefully he can get out of this. Because currently he's being bludgeoned to death. And he's only got... Yeah, as you can see, he's regenerated to his max. He can't regenerate any more health. So we need to get him back to friendly units. He's going to help out with these squigs. That's going to be fine. The Karen race helping out there. Their left flank has shattered. Their right flank isn't doing great either as our Black Knights flank around. But their centre is still holding. This is where the giants are, and this is the problem. As you can see, our Vargolf's doing their best, but they just don't have the punching power for some reason. I'm fairly sure these guys are actually... Well, no, they don't have as... I guess they don't have... I guess they're more infantry killers. The giants are very good against sort of characters, I find. So lots of dead goblins, but also dead Vargheists lying hither and thither. Still quite a bloody engagement, but on the left flank, as you can see, that we're just taking down this last giant. There's a blob of goblins over here, but they're being taken down as well. There's Bernard helping out with the orc war boss. We've got him surrounded. Even number 6 has come in to lend some help, to ram them with his zombles. Not sure how much effect that's having. Probably not a lot, but he's completely surrounded. He's going to break very, very quickly. We just need to take out these giants. The giants are just very tricky to take out, and they're allowing the goblins to rally, which is not what I want. These trolls, though, getting cut down. There they go. They've broken. Most of the goblin army has actually fled off, but is in some cases is rallying and coming back to the fight. We've got one giant over here. He should be taken down. He doesn't have much health there. Come on, kill him. Get him. Kill him. Knock him down. No giants can survive. Taking him out. We've still got a little command group in the centre here. The Orc Shaman and Orc Warboss. But with the rest of their army fleeing, it's just a case of throwing everything we've got to try and take him out. These giants, as you can see, they have racked up quite a few kills. And we just don't really have anything. We don't really have an answer for them. Blood Knights could do it, but you'd really need one unit per Blood Knight, one unit of Blood Knights per giant, and frankly, I don't have that many Blood Knights. Oof! Rupert took a hit. He's okay though. He's going to brush himself off. He's coming back. Look at that. It's classic Rupert. Just does not give a shit. Come on, Rupert, get in there. Come on, buddy, you got this. Yes, look at that. Nice hit. We've jumped the Orc Shaman and the Orc Warboss, and all their units are now fleeing along with the giants. We're going to try and oh no, don't eat that. I needed him. He's dead now. The giants are now fleeing off, and we're going to harass them, try and kill as many as possible, because fuck giants. Okay, I'm hoping that's broken the back of the Cragged Moon resistance. We did lose a couple of units, but it's not... Well, we almost lost Bernard... no, not sorry, Bernard. We lost Benedict. We almost lost Benedict, but he's going to be okay. He's going to be just fine. Let's return the captives. For the monies, because I want the monies. It's all about the monies. 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 And is this going to be okay? I'm sure this is going to be okay. We can just... It's okay. It's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that. We'll just occupy, I think. Got sort of battle, a power stone, grave digger. Power stone's actually quite nice to have. And do I want a vampire crypt here?
Welcome to my court.
We can't really recruit anyone. Do we need... You lost all your giants. I made sure I killed all the giants at the end of the battle. So we got Bloodgate over there. But what do you have? You can recruit goblins, but that's it. We've taken your main recruitment base, which means you're a bit stuffed. So let's take the hunting grounds. We'll also take the Balefire. And let's go for the vampire crypts, because that's going to bring us in some money, hopefully. I think we can probably tax this now, because that's... Yeah, there we go. We're getting 8k a turn now. That's pretty good. I could probably get another army. Do I want to do that? Yes, let's do... Let's get Dirk von Karlsbruck, Engelbert Ratep. He's a strategist. Or Saved Ratep. He is disciplined. I quite like that. The other... We've got Layla Harkon. Is another potential. I think we're going to get a Blood Dragon. So let's get Saved Ratep. We'll get him here because there's some good recruitment locations here. Okay, so let's have a look at what he's got. So at level 10 he can get Doom Rider. So construction costs for all binding circle chain buildings. That's the cavalry, I guess. And upkeep reduction for Black Knights. Strength of Steel increases armor, armor piercing, and wow, I mean, that's pretty good. Or Heart Piercer, which is a very powerful buff. I guess he can have one or the other. So the other one is Grave. So it has reduction for Graveguard units. That's quite strong. Missile resistance and physical resistance, and then damage resistance and leadership passive. Both very nice. The Order Draconis reduces the upkeep for... Holy crap! 40%? Jeez. Have that level 10. Okay, let's get you Restless Dead, the Hunger. I feel like we have to give you a horse, because otherwise it doesn't really work. I mean, obviously we'll give you a zombie dragon eventually, but... let's get Quick Blood as well. And what can we give you? Let's give you Gambler's Armour. And we can give you the Sword of Anti-Heroes and a Talisman of Protection. Would you like a Fireball? Let's give you Potion of Speed. And do you actually have spells? You do. What you got? So... Okay, so you don't have Arcane Conduit. So you're more melee focused rather than magically focused, but you do have magic available to you. So let's give you a War Banner and a Lichbone Pennet and a yeah, that one. Standard Discipline? Yeah, sure, why not? Give you a Dreg and oh, I don't know. Carrion? Something like that. Something like that. I would like the Rite of Strength. That's 5,000. Okay. Okay, Luon has got a skill point, which we're going to go with Scarred Veteran. There we go. And we want you to heal up, which you're pretty much... Yeah, you're pretty much healed up, aren't you? What's this? Sloppy Cruikshank. I reckon we could take him out. Should we take him out? I mean, not dinner, but just, you know, kill him. I think we should kill him. We're going to declare war. Everyone gets to join in. Hooray! And we're going to fight you. You do have Warp Lightning Cannons. But we haven't actually fought Skaven yet during this campaign. So this should be a nice... It's just a little... breaks it up. Variation, isn't it? Change is as good as a rest. Warp lightning cannons are horrible. So we're taking a bit of fire. We're going to advance through the forest to try and negate us, because hopefully they should hit trees. Hit trees, hit trees. That did not hit trees. That hit the Karen race. The Karen race, are those magical attacks as well? Yes. Okay, good. Fine. In the forest, we've got the Black Coach and the Blood Knights. And of course, Luon is leading them. And we need to advance as quickly as possible, because the longer we stay at range, the longer these Warp Lightning Cannons are going to be able to fire at us. However, fortunately... Is that guy got a telescope? Unfortunately, these guys have decided to march up a hill. Unfortunately, they're also shooting at us. So we're advancing as quickly as possible. There's Tracy in the lead, backed up by the Crypt Horrors on the left and right flank. We've also got the Karen Wraiths. Now, Tracy has to be a little bit careful. She's getting... They're chucking balls at her. It's a lot of balls. A lot of balls. Crypt Horrors taking some fire. They're going to get in amongst the Warp Lightning Cannons, though, and going to be able to shut them down. The Doom Wheel is advancing, but Tracy's like, the fuck you are, and charges it. Allows Stuart, because otherwise Stuart would have been run over. Well, Stuart would still run over, but Tracy did her best to stop that, and they are currently taking out that Doom Wheel. On the right flank, the Black Coach has charged through the Warp Fire Throwers, and Luon has engaged the Clan Rats. That allows the Blood Knights to charge into the flank of these Storm Vermin who are trying to reinforce the Warp Lightning Cannon. Excellent charge there. Very, very good. On the left flank, the Vargeists have charged in amongst it. Some Warp Fire Throwers there, as well as the other Warp Lightning Cannons. There is some Clan Rats, but I don't think they're going to be able to deal with these Vargeists. They've got some Crypt Horrors to back them up as well as some Karen Wraiths to help. The main fight is going on here because Tracy's chasing off that Doom Wheel. She is not having any of its shenanigans. She does not give a shit. And just there's a little pendulum there from Tracy just to see off some more of these storm vermin. This fight is not going very well for the storm vermin, who are surrounded. We also have the Sylvanian crossbows advancing. And opening fire to help Luon over here, because we're going to be shooting directly into the back of these clan rats. That's going to be quite devastating there. And they're going to... I mean, Luon has taken very little damage from all these clan rats. They're not going to win this fight, let's put it that way. Skaven now in full retreat. Just the gutter runners fleeing back away from us. The Blood Knights not having any of that. They're after them. It's very, very bloody. Tracy the Black Coach have already beaten them to it. And Tracy has been doing... I mean, Tracy, 16 kills there. But one of them was the Doom Wheel. She tanked the Doom Wheel with her face. And that worked out very, very well. Not for the Doom Wheel. The enemy general, there he is, fleeing off. He's taking some crossbow bolts. Luon and Tracy are going to make sure he doesn't get away. Well, nice little fight there. However, I have just realised I've run out of tea, and that has both upset and enraged me. So because of that, I'm going to murder the captives. Just because I ran out of tea. Or at least I finished my tea and forgot. It's just the worst. Okay, let's... Should we finish them off? Nah, it'd be fine. I've got a weird face going on whenever I hit Aura to Resolve, but that was fine. I'll take the cash this time. Okay, good. Good. Let's head back to Bordeaux. That's given us, well, a little bit of money. Not as much as I'd hoped, really. But we can get a Zomble Dragon, so that's good. Now we've got a Zomble Dragon. Yes! There we go. And we didn't lose anyone. Double win. And Tracy is going to have a Hellsteed. So she's also airborne. We've got a little air force now. Exciting times. Okay, we do have another Necromancer Tower constructing there. I've got to be a little bit careful because I actually think tick, tick, tick. Right, yeah, so do we not have occupied Corone yet? Well, we will in one turn. Right, so then we just... What, 78 units. 8, yeah, well, that's fine. Construct 3 Necromancer Towers. Yes. Ensure. Yes. Right, so yeah, we're basically 2 units down and a Necromancer Tower down. So we're very close to victory. I think what I'll probably do is start putting a poll up. Although, obviously, to win the campaign, I have decided we are going to head south and take the Vault of Nagash, because I think that's our ultimate campaign objective. Fingers crossed it's going to be a big old scrap when we get down there, because otherwise it's going to be very disappointing. But I'm sure it's going to be fine. I have high hopes. Come on, Cetra. Let's get a big army there. Let's have a big old scrap. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. So, Bernard. I think I'm probably going to take Stuart. Well, I don't know. Bernard? Yeah, all right. We'll take Kemmler and Stuart, I think, is who we're going to take. So let's give you evasion. And we should... Oh, we can do that next turn. You guys are on the run. We do have a skill point here. Benedict has ranked up. We're going to pop that in. I'm thinking maybe Spirit Leech. You know what? Let's go Aura of Supremacy, because then we can buff up our crypt ghouls and make them, you know, not shit.
Shall we destroy?
Well, good question. This guy. That's it. You ran him over. Nice work. Channeling Staff. That's all good. Unicorn. You can have, I don't know, Wind of Death. Sure.
I will not betray.
Sure. And we want to steal the tech. No, we're just going to steal it. No, okay, good job. And we're going to steal technology here as well.
you fool.
Me? What did I do? You were the one that fucked up. Just trying to blame people for your own mistakes, aren't you? I don't think that's very useful. Okay, let's get Vampiric Vivification and Delusions of Grandeur, because that will allow us to then... Can we actually recruit? No, they only come from a rite. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, alright, we'll get another rite. And I might move my Blood Knights to... Well, alright, Stuart can keep his Blood Knights, because he is going to be heading south. So we probably need, you know, quite an elite army, considering they are going to be... quite far from home.
Restless. This had better be important.
Hello, Malekith. Defensive Alliance. Yeah, alright. God, you Dark Elves really have to feed your Cauldron of Blood, don't you? You don't talk about anything else. Cauldron of Blood this, Cauldron of Blood that. It's like British people and the weather. Okay, so we're going to head south with Kemmler, and I'll start moving Stuart south as well. Or just patch his army up. Well, his army can be patched up along the way. Kemmler, I think the Tombblade quest happens in Tilia. So we're heading in the right direction, and then we can, like, just hop across the sea. And then we're in the Nehekara, and we're heading southward to go and take the Vault of Nagash. So actually, I'm thinking maybe only a few more episodes. So I better put this... All right, I'm going to put the poll up. So this episode should be Christmas Eve. So, yeah, hello. Yeah, all right, I'll enter on that side. So we're potentially looking at a new campaign in the new year. Rough estimate. I don't know how many days there are in between Christmas and New Year. It's in that weird time when no one really... It's sort of timeless, isn't it? No one really knows what's going on or what's happening. It's just all Christmas songs, wrapping paper everywhere, and turkey sandwiches. And that's all you know until New Year's hits, and then suddenly it's back to work and all that kind of boring stuff. How tiresome. Okay, number 6. You, my friend, are going to have Dance Macabre. It's a very nice court. I like it a lot. Okay, let us... You can go... If you move like that far, we can do a little bit of raiding. That will get us the next part of the quest. And Stuart. What do I think of Stuart's army? I think that's okay. I think that's fine. So actually, we'll bring you over here. You can heal up. That's all good. Right, Saved. I don't know what I want to do with you just yet. So maybe I will leave it. I do want to do that right. But I also... Well, no, you know what? Let's do that. So let's go and do the Rite of Strength. So that should give us a... Not that. That should give us a unit of Blood Knights to recruit at our capital. So is it something like this? Something like this? Something like this? Is it literally at the capital? Oh. It recruits a lord. Okay, well, switch those over. My will is for you to, well, bugger off, basically. Okay, Saved has got some of those lads. Let's give him a full cavalry army. That's insane. So let's do that. Bernard, you still need to heal up. I think... I mean, these guys are not very happy. And you don't have recruitment bit. Well, you've got Night Goblin Archers and Night Goblin recruitment. And other than that, you are struggling a bit. Can actually see, these guys have actually... Tree and Noose, Laguna Drowned, so yeah. I don't know if it's a full settlement. I don't think it is. I think it's probably a minor settlement you get here. It's kind of like when you take Skaven Blight. You don't, like, when the Skaven have it, you have a full, what's that, 10 slot. But when any other faction has it, you only get 1, 2, so yeah, a 6 slot. So I guess it's the same thing. I mean, 6 slots isn't bad. I just don't know if it's worth it. What's the vampiric corruption here like? It's not the worst.
My bloodline calls.
Okay, Bernard, you're staying there for the moment. Unicorn, you are... Oh, hello. That's Malekith. Hey, Malekith, how's it going, buddy? What's hanging? Yeah, we can't do anything, so don't worry too much about that. We can't, in fact, we'll just end the turn. So Malekith is there, doing his thing. We're going to move the Fey Enchantress down to Nehekara, so we can see what's going on there. We've got the Chaos Tomb Blade. So we need to move any character to the following region. Some vestiges of Kemmler's old power have begun to leach back into his emaciated form. He feels ready to seek out the Nexus he sent. Hello, Bron. I was in the middle of something. What's up? Non-aggression. Yeah, okay. Okay. Right. He says, sending a scout to establish his precise location, Kemmler readies himself for the challenge to come. Oh, how daunting. How exciting. Thrilling. Oh, can't wait. Gonna get our good old Chaos Rune Blade. What's Norska up to? Yeah, the vampires and... Oh, you literally just suicided yourself. Okay, sure. Yeah, the vampires and Norska have just been taking chunks out of each other. And yeah, those guys could be trouble. Could well be trouble. Okay. Heinrich Kemmler, his mind's restored, surveys a silent group of armoured... What? Have we already done that? Oh, that's... Okay, that's that one. Yeah, no, it's fine. That's fine. Okay, we need to head down to... Okay, down here. So let's head in this direction. See if we can just march on him. I think he's going to run away from us. I don't think he's particularly... Do I take these? Do I just... I know I said full cavalry army, but let's be off it. That wouldn't be a good army. That would be a bad army. Okay, you guys can... Yeah, you're going to run for your life, aren't you? There's a lot of zombies, Rickards? I don't know if you're going to actually be able to beat... Is Skarsnik still wounded? I think Skarsnik might still be wounded. That's okay. Let's get the poaching camp. Let's get the balefire hearth. We're going to go down and get the Chaos Tomb Blade. I don't think I'm going to bother with the Wood Elf settlements. I might change my mind, but I feel like it's unlikely. Can we still tech? Nope. Good God, guys. What the hell's going on? Okay, finally. Good job. And you get there in the end. Okay, that's better. Almost 300% tech. Nice. And Agent K, that one. And 007, that one. Done. Done. Okay, I would like some more blood smooches. Because the... There's a Lariel there. Because obviously if we land Necrachs, there's going to be zero vampiric corruption.
My children may not be impatient, but I am.
Hello, military alliance. Yeah, all right. I mean, if you keep giving me money, I will be more than happy to give you alliances. Famous last words. Oh, what's going on? You're going to throw everything you can at... Oh, but they did win. Now go away. That's it. Go on. That's it. Deal with those. I'll finish it off. I'll take Grimhold. That mountains are mine. Then everybody's happy. I could even go on a little offensive against the dwarves. I don't know how long I've been at peace with them for, but... it's probably fine. It's probably fine. How many... we've got 8, so I could run this guy over.
I will not betray death.
Beep, beep. Good job. He's a lawkeeper. Good. Beats people to death with a big book. Just chucks books at people as he drives past and hopes to take them out. Okay, let's march down here. And I think the quest battle's here. I seem to remember that. I don't know if I'm right. Oh, yeah, there we go. Chaos to invade. Move any character, blah, blah, blah. Fine, good. Having haunted the vaults for several days, Kemmler's forces have intercepted several warbands of Chaos Raiders. Their presence suggests some hidden purpose. Kemmler traced their movements onto a glacier in the high peaks. Lost memories return to Kemmler, and he recalls tales of a great champion of Chaos slain by the hand of Sigmar himself in battle. Could this be the Tomb of Krell? And we're going to get the Chaos Tomb Blade, which is going to reduce upkeep for skeleton monsters. Well, we don't have any of those. None of those. Okay. You know, replenishment rate is quite nice. And also gives us a regeneration aura. And plus 5 melee attack in radius around us. So that's very nice. And we don't need to teleport because it's right in front of us. I mean, from what I remember, this is quite an easy quest battle. But we'll go for it.
I see. I see. These servants of the ruinous powers search for something or someone. Oh, how delightful. Could Krell be down there? If I could right what Grimble Ironhelm did wrong and return Krell to unlife, well, that would be a feat, wouldn't it? And what other treasures are buried with the champion? What wondrous antiquities have been lost to the world? A blade of great power, I'll warrant. Should I let these blind fools have the spoils? I think not. I think they should make way for the Lich Master. And if such an act angers their dark gods, well, there are pacts to be made, secrets to share, and covenants to be sworn, I'm sure. A decision has been made then. Oh yes, slay the Chaos Dogs. Oust them for Kemmler, my pretties.
This should be a very, very easy fight. In fact, so much so that I've actually charged Kemmler directly at the enemy force. I'm going to break him away just before he reaches it. We've got our cavalry, the Chillgeists, and the Gloom Horse Lords flanking around on the right there. The Karen race have already engaged some of the Norscan Marauders. As you can see, we're just charging around. We've summoned Krell. Someone's asking where Krell was. There's Krell. Krell's getting stuck in. We send the enemy lord flying as Heinrich decides to charge him, backed up by Chilfroy. You can see our cavalry now charging in. They're going to go down very, very quickly. Not even close. However, reinforcements have arrived, including some Marauder horsemen with throwing axes, which is going to be quite annoying for us to finish off because obviously we can't fire back. The Karen race are going to engage the enemy units and just hold them in place. Because these guys, when not fighting magical units, are very, very tanky. So they're just going to sit there and basically tank them off. We've got Chaos Warriors. They're advancing. They're going to, like, join in with this little blob over here. We did get some magic cast on us. We're going to heal ourselves up, no problem. The Vargeists have landed in amongst some Marauder Horsemen. They're just chasing them off, making them flee. And there's a Chaos Giant there, which we don't want to fight, so we're going to break off and disengage. Meanwhile, the Mortis engine, apparently, his dad's rad disco cart has not got the memo, has been trapped by some Chaos Warhounds, and now the Chaos Giant is lumbering towards it. That's not good. Meanwhile, the Chillgeists have hunted down a unit of Marauder Horsemen, and the Chaos Warriors over here got a nasty rear charge from the Gloom Horse Lords. Yeah, these Chaos Warriors dying very, very quickly. And the enemy Lord is dead. Basically, this is just an absolute slaughter. There's very little the Chaos forces can do to save themselves. It's just this Chaos Giant is going to be a bit of a pain. We're going to land all around it. We have debuffed it. Dad's rad disco cart managed to get away. It's doing some damage, but it has been debuffed. We've cast the Withering on it, so it's got only 3 melee defense, which means it is losing health quite rapidly. And with the rest of the army gone, fleeing and dead, we have our Chaos Tombblade. And I've said this before, but some of these quest battles can be really brutally difficult, and some of them are just a piece of piss, and that's definitely one of the easier ones. We could get 30... Really? I don't think we need that, to be honest. And that's going to give... Oh, alright. Let's do that. It's not going to give us... I mean, we weren't going to get much money. There was no point to leave a ship, so replenishment is fine. Okay, so we've got the Chaos Doomblade. So that's quite nice. It's good to have. And that's all of Kemmler's magical items, so that's good. And Kemmler has actually hit a max rank. So what are we going to spend his last skill point in? We don't have any of those units, so that's pointless. I think I might just go for the Undying Horde, because replenishment, strong stat, may as well go for it. We'll grab that one. And Agent 47 is going to have, I don't know, Gaze Nagash or something. It's a spell that I never use, but sure. And Frida is going to have Pit of Shades, because I love Pit of Shades. Okay. With all of Kemmler's magical items, we are now going to head south. I don't know why I've been getting this lag during unit movement. Maybe it's speed? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I want Grimhold. So we're going to take it. Oh, Skarsnik. If only you decided to leave me alone. If only. Okay, so we're getting the Necromancer's Tower there. I do want one more Necromancer Tower somewhere. Probably like here or something. Are we selling all our grapes? We're selling 100% of our grapes. So actually, let's sell more grapes. Apparently, people love our grapes. Just can't get enough of them. They're juicy, they're succulent, and so are the grapes. Sure. Okay, so I guess we'll hit Zandri first. Zandri. Yeah, I do want to get... Oh. Alariel just knocked out a Black Ark. Looks like Malekith's invasion. Although, has he taken Lothern? No. He hasn't taken Lothern, but he's taken a lot of the regions around Lothern. And we did see him heading north, didn't we? So maybe he's trying to link up with the invasion force on the north coast. I think he'll start having better luck, because when the AI confederates like that, it then tries and spreads its armies between the territories of the Lawmaster in the south and Ulthuan. And that means it splits, and it actually weakens it overall. I don't think it's got its priorities quite right. Okay. Snap his neck. Snap his ruddy neck, because...
Malekith, King of Nagel.
Well, mind you, there's not many... Where's all the High Elf agents gone? I need to stab them. Yeah, he hasn't taken Lothern, but he's taken the rest of this territory around here. I mean, I could go and stab some of Malekith's agents, but to be honest,
My cruelty knows no limits.
Yeah, that is the problem.
Your wish, master.
Okay, well, let's head in this direction. See if we can find some more to stab. Stuart. Luon is going to have... Let's give him a devastating charge. And bloody Tracy, the Traster, is going to have... Let's give you replenished troops, because that is never a bad option. Okay, let's bring Stuart south. We're going to do that. And where's Kemmler? Kemmler is here, so we're going to bring him south as well. Fey Enchantress is going to land. So we have... Right, we've met.
I am Cetra. You should bow before greatness.
Noted. Do you... Who has the Vault of Nagash? Is that territory here? No. I think it's down here somewhere. So I think Cetra's got it. So we're going to have to fight our way through Cetra. It's my guess.
Tribute, thrall, for it is a privilege to be in my presence.
Is it? Are you sure? The only problem with fighting... I mean, one of the main things I have an issue with as the vampire counts is fighting large units, because you don't have much in the way of anti-large. You've got Blood Knights and Skeleton Spearmen, and that's it. So it can be tricky, and the Tomb Kings obviously have quite a lot of large units, which makes it a bit bit tricky. We do have... I think that's why I'm bringing the crossbowmen down, because I think they're going to be very, very useful. I feel like they're going to be very, very useful. And I would like to get the... Because if we capture... We're going to have to capture some territory to use as a foothold. Are you guys up more? Yeah, you guys don't like each other very much. I reckon... We can make friends as we head towards the Vault of Nagash.
I will alone.
But before we do that, let's take up Grimhold. Going to encircle. At least I don't have any more frigging giants. Let's burn it. I'm not a more.
I am a king. Not possible. I won't.
Come on, Bernard, be cool.
Let me think about it.
Is it because we've got a... Can we... Right, if I retreat... No, that's too far.
You dare.
For fuck's sake. It's because this guy's in the way.
Destruction.
Okay, encircle.
Crypt King.
Is there anywhere we can actually go?
I cannot. I will taste you.
You're being blocked by...
I disapprove.
Benedict!
Destroy them.
Don't hold your breath.
Fear me.
Number 6. Could you... Kill... Right, thank you. But now you're going to be my way, aren't you? Oh my god!
Yes, plunder the grimoires.
I reject this order.
Fuck it.
Take their life.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna kill them all with Bernard. You got this, Bernard. So apparently Benedict's too precious to come and help. So poor old Bernard's got to do this all by himself. Classic Benedict. Anyway, we've beaten up a goblin war boss. I thought reinforcements were coming on this side, but it was just a goblin war boss. So Rupert and Pubert have beaten the shit out of him and sent him scurrying away. There's this goblin wolf chariot over here who is shooting us, which is quite annoying. So we're going to deal with that. First we're going to do a little Spirit Leech, which actually is going to do quite a bit of damage to them, because obviously they there's only 6 units here. And the damage is spread across units. And not very high. I think it depends. Who knows? Anyway, the point is there's not many of them, so it does quite a lot of damage. And we are flanking around with the Black Knights and also the Vargeist coming in. They're going to try and run away. They're making a run for it. That's it. Go on. Run. Run, you little buggers. You're not fast enough, are you? No, not fast enough for the Vargeists. And the Black Knight's going to come in and swarm them. And they're broken and running away. And, oops, overshot. But there's Skarsnik. Skarsnik, I didn't actually realise Skarsnik was here. But there he is. There's Skarsnik and Gobbler. Best legendary lord, obviously. So Skarsnik is leading the goblin army. And we've dealt with his little war boss friend and his chariots. So he no longer has any fast-moving units. The fastest-moving units he's got are trolls now. He does have quite a few units of archers, though. That's something obviously we lack. Bernard is advancing his Grave Guard. And there's Rupert and Pubert bringing up to the back. Meanwhile, on the right flank, our cavalry and Vargeists are moving around, and it looks like the Goblin army is trying to reposition itself to meet the new threat. So we've got some Goblin Spider Riders moving over to us. They do actually have some fast moving units, some Goblin Spider Riders. And of course some Trolls. The Squigs are actually pretty quick. They're not a slow unit, are they? Yeah, they're 58. That's fairly fast actually. Not as fast as our Black Knights, of course. We're gonna have to be a little bit careful here. We do have these Goblin Spider Riders and some Trolls. So we don't want to get caught by the Trolls if we can help it. But we are going to see if we can surround the Goblin Spider Riders and then hit them from multiple directions, hopefully break them, and then if we can break their right flank, or their left flank, sorry, then we should be able to sweep across when our infantry has engaged their main line. So we're being very cautious, our units moving around behind, we've got them spread out. We don't want to engage their trolls, but we do want to wipe out their spider riders if we can. They're drooly. I mean, Christ, guys. Why aren't they desiccated? Look how they're just salivating. Spider riders charging in against our Black Knights, and more Black Knights moving in. We've also got the Vargeists. We're using this unit of the Knights of Hell just to try and keep these trolls at bay. So when we come, we're going to hit them in the rear. As you can see, they try and get away at the last second, but it's just not quick enough. And they're just being cut down now very, very quickly. Our Grave Guard with great weapons taking a lot of damage from their archers. As you can see, even though they're Goblin archers, they're still going to be doing a lot of damage. We've got high armor. They don't have armor piercing, but still, that many arrows is going to just tickle away at their health. So we're advancing, the Karen Wraiths engaging some goblins. Huge mob of goblins. It would have been nice to have my Necromancer in here, because Wind of Death would have been very useful. It was a bit of a waste to use him to try and assassinate that character, considering that it still didn't mean we could bring reinforcements in, but never mind. Trolls are being routed. In comes Pubert to lend some assistance. Yep, they're fleeing. That means the goblin left flank has collapsed, and it means our knights are now free to do all kinds of unspeakable things. How awfully jolly. There's Rupert. We've got big blobs of goblins here. Say, just a nice wind of death would have been so satisfying. So very satisfying. Although we did spawn some skeletons in amongst all these goblins, and that did cause them to throw their fanatics out, which, you know, did quite a lot of damage anyway, and that was quite satisfying. Shame I missed it. So we're holding the line, and that's all we need to do. Just hold the line for the moment. Because meanwhile, all of our mobile units are now free to move around behind the enemy lines and hunt down these Night Goblin archers. And once they've dealt with those Night Goblin archers, they can move in and hit the rear of these lines. In fact, we're going to move the Karen Wraiths in. And obviously these guys cause terror, so this is not going to go down very well. Some Black Knights got caught with some Night Goblins, and the Vargheist have come in behind and ruined their day. Their archers are going down. We do have some rallying units coming back to the fight. And there's the Pubert. More Night Goblin Fanatics. I do love Fanatics. Slowly chopping our way through these goblins and our reinforcements. Now running around behind enemy lines, and we're going to get a nice little charge there, sending goblins flying. As we just roll up their line. Yeah, it does. I mean, for you. For me, it's highly entertaining. Goblins breaking all over the place. Skarsnik doesn't quite know what to do. He's getting jumped by some Black Knights. And we're going to throw the Vargolfs at him. The Vargolfs going to hunt down Skarsnik and beat him blue. And while that's happening, our cavalry is making very short work of what remains of the goblin line. Some goblins have rallied and come back to the fight, but I think that's mostly because Skarsnik's here. We can finish off Skarsnik, and Bernard has decided to get stuck in as well. If we can finish off Skarsnik, then his entire army should rout and flee for their lives. Which are going to be brutally short because they've got nowhere left to flee to. Come on guys, finish them off. I see goblins still... Oh, there we go. They're starting to chain route. Some fanatics coming out there, but it's not going to be enough. Black Knights hunting them down. Come on guys, get in there. Oh yes, that's the stuff. And Skarsnik is now running for his life with Bernard chasing after him. Do a little spirit leech. That's it. Well, stabbing him in the back. He can't run away fast enough. Is he poisoned? I don't think he is. But it's either way, he's not fast enough. He's just being shanked from the rear. Good job, Bernard. Well, it's a shame that had to happen. But it did. So, we're going to occupy this Sneaky Smiter. Ambush success chance, ambush defense chance. Okay, good. And Iron Curse icon. All good. And we captured the Southern Grey Mountains. Yep, Southern Grey Mountains. Pretty happy with that. Let's get some defences here. Let's get the Flayer's Lair. Because that's going to reduce our upkeep for Vargolf units.
My bloodline calls.
And Bernard. Let's give you the purple. Yeah, let's give you the purple sun. Let's give you the purple sun, because if we can get greater arcane conduit, that's going to be very, very strong.
What do you want?
Very, very strong. Do I... I could send Bernard and Stuart, and then I could just leave Benedict and Saved to just keep an eye on our territory. That'll probably be alright, won't it? Yeah, it'll be fine. That'll be fine. Okay, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. You're heading south. So are you. We're going to bring Bernard down as well. Could I... let's get the Claw of Nagash. And then we've got number 6 who needs to go in the army as well. And Benedict, you can head back north. And that's all. Oh, hello. Kalida's sent Menkus. Menkus up to say hello to us. Oh, he's spreading untainted corruption. Look, he's probably come to see if there's any vampires in the north. And the answer would be, yeah, 1 or 2. Just a, you know, little... Kalida's going to be hopping mad, isn't she? She'll be... Oh, she'll lose her shit if she had any. Let's get harvest corpses. Apparently that's something that gives us more tax income. Don't know how that works. You know what? Don't want to know.
Careful now. To summon me is all but an
Hello, Mazda Mendy. What's going on? You want a peace treaty? No. No. I don't think so. Okay, so we'll take Stuart and Bernard and Kemmler. They're all going to head south. Meanwhile, Benedict and Saved are going to maintain our territory in the north. I'm going to have to get them better armies, aren't I? Well, yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, I guess we... I just don't know how the Border Princes have survived. They just hold up. There are dwarves coming. I might have to deal with dwarves. I haven't fought dwarves in a long time. I think it was one of the first battles we did, wasn't it? It was fighting dwarves. I think literally the first episode was taking dwarves on. Was it second episode? And now we might have some more dwarf problems. Although, frankly, the dwarves have more problems because they are surrounded by vampires and greenskins, so... Okay, we've got Vampiric Revivification. Returning to the sanctuary of his black coach, the vampire will begin the Lhamian art of rebirth. Good for him. Meanwhile, let's get Delusions of Grandeur. As its Dark Emperor rots, the Midnight Aristocracy clings to pride and the fineries of nobility even more strongly. Upkeep reduction for Blood Knights, Mortis Engine, all that kind of good stuff. Yes, we will grab that.
You dare.
And let's get Bernard down here. We're going to move Stuart as well. And Kemmler, you are going... If you come down like here somewhere. And we might grab this along the way. And Zandri does have defences. It's also got a big old pile of corpses there. 3k. So actually, if we can take that location, it'll be a good beachhead. There's a couple of things over here we could grab. Yeah. So if we grab that, where's the Fey Enchantress? Where is... The nice thing about Necrachs is the fact that there tends to be huge piles of corpses everywhere because the Tomb Kings endlessly throw like massive skeletal stacks at each other and end up just wiping them out. So they do end up with lots of these battle markers all over the place, which is going to be really useful for us because we can use those to replenish our troops or recruit even better ones. We could also take Khemri. It's an option. I don't know where Cetra is, and I don't... If this Khemri does own the Black Pyramid of Nagash. Okay, so we're going to have to take on Cetra. But I feel that's hopefully he's going to throw lots of stacks at us and it's going to be a nice climactic ending. Fingers crossed. Unfortunately, that is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of Heinrich Kemmler.